Today on the channel, we continue to celebrate the best of 2025, and today we're talking WWE Mattel Ultimate Editions with number 20 through number 11, the Sleeper Ultimates of 2025.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Best of 2025 countdown video. We got a lot of them as we're closing out 2025 and into 2026. And today we got another one, as this one is about the WWE Mattel Ultimate Edition line, a line that seemingly is growing from all corners at all times. You got Target exclusives, you got Walmart exclusives, you got Ringside exclusives, you got the original ones, you got the Coliseum collection. We're dancing all over the place with the Ultimate Editions in 2025, and we got a lot of figures to talk about. Now, I would call this the Sleeper Ultimate Editions of the year, but technically it'll be 20 through 11. We'll do a top 10 countdown in a separate video. But every year I do a Sleeper Elite, Sleeper Ultimates, but we got so many figures now, it's almost time for a top 20. So technically I would call this Sleeper Ultimates of the year. However, most people are going to say it's 20 through 11. Choose your own adventure there. We're going to start at number 20, work our way to number 11. Number 11 being my number 11 Ultimate of 2025. And as usual, get your list together, put your top 10 together, and then your 11 through 20 together. Put them in each video. You guys know how we do it. And remember, this is my list, so it's 100% right, just like your list is 100% right. So without further ado, let's kick it off at number 20. We begin the countdown here at number 20. And number 20, Ultimate Edition, we take a trip to Ringside Collectibles. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10%. You guys know the drill by now. But it is another one of their tag team packs. And we had, what was it, the Steiners last year. We've had the Usos. We've had the NWO Wolf Pack. They've been keeping this tradition alive. Who are we going to get next year? It'll be interesting to see which tag team. A lot of people hoping for Demolition. Todd McFarlane, what? Todd McFarlane says we're getting the Bella Twins. So look out for that one. We'll see if that ends up happening. But number 20 comes from a Ringside Collectible Ultimate 2-pack. And this one, we go to one of the Dudley boys. We go to Bubba Ray Dudley. The Dudley boys have had a very challenging relationship with the Mattel line. Bubba Ray especially being all over size-wise, a little less than in some instances, as we've seen. The last Ringside 2-pack was a little bit rough on the sizing. This one is much better. Now, I would have preferred a classic ECW version, but I get it. They just did that recently. So this is probably the next biggest thing they could have done because, hey, let's be honest. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, not even close to everybody, but the majority of the population came into the Dudleys on this run in the WWE. Definitely iconic, definitely needed to be in action figure form, and that's why Bubba Ray comes in. Number 20. We head to the number 19 spot in the countdown, and number 19, we're seeing a theme here. You got one Dudley boy, you better have the other one. We got Devon Dudley this go around. Now, he didn't come with soft goods like Bubba Ray, but this Devon stands out to me. I don't know if it's just a mean mugging face, and then you throw on those white glasses against the black skin tone. But it always gets me, always steals my heart. Just really like this one, and just like it a hair more than Bubba Ray. And that's why old Devon comes in, number 19. Countdown rolls on to the number 18 position, and the number 18 position is an amazing figure, debuting some new technology on top of a few new other things. For one, Tiffany Stratton Money in the Bank Ultimate Edition here. One thing that hurts this figure just a little bit, it maybe would have jumped a spot or two in the right direction if it would have had a better first head out of the package. I really prefer this head. The other one is pretty darn rough, I do think, but they got one of the heads amazingly right, and that's the one I display on this figure here. A lot of fun with this one. Tiffany Stratton, an up-and-comer. New technology for the Ultimate line in the female department here is always fun. Money in the Bank briefcase, all the extra hands. A lot of good with this Tiffany Stratton, and that's why she comes in, number 18. We've arrived at the number 17 position, the number 17 Ultimate of 2020, and I would say this one, a little bit of recency bias, possibly, but this is also a performer I would have never guessed on a list. Say, hey, Kyle, put together 30 Ultimates you think we're going to get in 2025. I wouldn't have had this guy on the list. Nothing against him. We've had previous Elites. He was big in the time frame he was a part of, and I'm fully on the team where, hey, let's get everybody an Ultimate eventually. Some guys only need one, some might need 10. I understand how that goes. And this is the guy that maybe we only need one, maybe two. That would be pushing it, but one is good for me. Where are we going? Well, we're going to the latest line. We're going to Umaga. Yes, Umaga, the Samoan bulldozer. Never would have guessed we were going to have him this year, but hey, I'm here for it. I love face paint. I love tattoos. I love big figures. I love Intercontinental title belts. There's a lot to like about this figure. Just a bit of a surpriser, and this has always officially been dubbed the Sleeper Ultimate List. This is definitely the definition of sleeper. Didn't think it was going to be here. It came in. You're like, oh, that's cool, and then it's way better to be than expected. A lot of fun around this Umaga that I didn't think was going to be there, and that's why he comes in, number 17. We hit the number 16 spot in the countdown, and this one, we take a trip to Walmart. Absolutely beautiful this time of year, Todd, and dangerous, too. Beautiful and dangerous. That explains the Walmart experience, but of course, we're talking Walmarts, we're talking Ultimates, we're talking Monday Night War Ultimates is what we're talking about here at number 16, and we're going to a guy that him and I have a lot in common in a lot of ways, and leave that for you guys to figure out. But number 16, a figure so nice, I had to buy it twice. It is Big Papa Pump. It is Scott Steiner. Very cool. A 2-in-1 figure in a lot of ways. Display him in his regalia, his regular wrestling stuff. You got the title belt, you got the headdress, you got the glasses, you got the peaks. Where the freaks at? That's what I'm asking. But then we also got the version with him in the straight jacket from the poster. Just very cool figures. And like I said, so nice, I had to buy it twice. Scott Steiner comes in, number 16. We've hit the halfway point of the Sleeper Ultimate Countdown for 2025. You got your list together. Put it in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So we got tons of year-end best of countdowns from a guy that basically unboxed them all. So here we are at number 15. And number 15 is a first time in the line Ultimate Edition. And that is always an interesting thing. And I think that always catapults some performers to the top of these lists because we've never got one before. And we know right now there's a main event that some people already have in their hands. And we're going to get a lot of Ultimates in the future. But who are we talking about? Well, we're going to Uncle. We're going to Uncle Howdy. I always want to call him Captain Howdy, but Uncle Howdy is where we're going to here today. First time in the line. A figure so nice, I may buy it twice, but part of me says, Kyle, just wait for an Elite. You know there's going to be an Elite that'll be very similar. Very cool. Part of the Wyatt 6, as we know. We're here for all the sickness. We're down with the sickness, some may say, Todd McFarlane. But this is very cool, carrying on the Wyatt legacy in the Ultimate Edition line. Coming in, number 15. Countdown continues over to number 14, and the number 14 figure, I knew I would pick it up. Let's be honest, I've been completionist on this toy line, but number 14, I knew I wanted. I just didn't realize how much I liked it till I got in hand. Yes, there's some faults on it. That's why it's not in the traditional top 10, and there's some ways to improve this figure that I'm going to work on in 2026, so maybe more on that, maybe not. We'll see what happens. But number 14 comes to us as a Ringside collectible exclusive. Once again, head over to Ringside if you want this one. It is the Coliseum collection. It is one King Kong Bundy, and maybe I'd be more excited if I didn't have the original Legends one in my collection. Obviously, constant learning, constant improvement. They've improved upon that figure here in the Ultimate line. Multiple heads with this one, soft good shirt. Would have been nice with a singlet that was soft good. Either way that you could put over a painted one, I would have liked to have that option. Not the end of the world there. But the Walking Condominium, a little bit stronger of a figure than I thought once I got it in hand. So much so, he arrived at number 14. Countdown rolls on to number 13, and number 13 is a performer you'll see again on one of these countdowns. Heck, we already did a top 5 figures of this guy for 2025. I think it was the first best of list we did back maybe early October. You guys would have to search it out. But coming in at unlucky number 13, it's the regular edition Ultimate Great Muta. Now, I love this figure a whole lot. I love the black one even more. Like I said, you'll get to it eventually. Love this one here. I just prefer the black one. And when I think of Great Muta in my mind, it is definitely in black. That's where I go to first. But red, just as iconic to many a people. Fun figures. They stepped up big time at Mattel for these ones here. And if you would have went back earlier this year, the first half of the year, this was one of the best Ultimates of the year. So that tells you the back half was pretty strong in Ultimate releases, which isn't a bad thing for us collectors. But this Great Muta, still absolutely amazing, still a must-have in anybody's collection. He's going to come in number 13. Nearing the end of this countdown video, but it will carry on, of course, into the traditional top 10. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you look out for that video, and get your sleeper ultimates in this very list down below. But here we are at number 12, and number 12 I was extremely jazzed up for. A little bit disappointed, hence it not making the top 10, but this is my favorite era of this performer, and I get a lot of hate for this, and Todd, it's true, I get a lot of hate every single day. I get them in the DMs, I get them in the Twitter messages, I get them in Facebook messages, I get them in the viewers' comments, but obviously majority are good comments, but I get a lot of hate, and I got a lot of people pretty worked up that on my opinion about this performer, how I feel this is his best he's ever been in his career. I said what I said, and I'm saying it again right here. Number 12, we go to the final boss. We go to the final boss, Rock. Absolutely love the final boss character. I thought it had the greatest legs ever. I was all in on all of it. Very disappointed. It just basically stopped and disappeared. Man, oh man, was it fun while it lasted, though. I liked the Rock's looks. I liked his mannerisms. I liked the cussing. I liked the intensity. This is what I wanted out of the Rock. And yeah, it was great. The old people's eyebrow. We're here for that. Yep, Rocky Maivia firing up the audience. Yeah, that was great too. His time in the nation. Always believe. We enjoyed all that stuff. It was all good for what it was, but this is my favorite version of The Rock ever. Unfortunately, missing the sunglasses. Oh, just little details every once in a while just kill some of these figures, and that's where we got here. And I can hear it already like a young Hulk Hogan. Kyle, get one of his elites that came with glasses, swap them over to there. Yeah, you could, but we shouldn't have to. But this Rock's still absolutely amazing. Still love this figure. He's coming in at number 12. Here we are. We're at the number 11 spot where we stop this video, and it will carry on to the traditional top 10 ultimate video. So be prepared for that. Be ready for that. But we got to do number 11 before we get done with it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel one last time. But number 11, a little of that recency bias. A figure that was way better in hand than I gave it credit for. A performer that is extremely popular on WWE TV right now. A multi-time champion this year. A guy that even beat John Cena. Where are we going? We're going to Dirty Dominik Mysterio at number 11 with the Ultimate Edition. The La Parka-inspired gear. He knows the way to my heart. And that's what we got right here. A fun figure. I may even pick up another one of these if there's a sale down the line. But knowing the popularity of Dominik Mysterio right now, it might never get to a sale point. So we'll see what ends up happening in the future. But man, this figure is way better than I thought it would be, and way better than his last Ultimate. And it's funny, as we've really grown with Dominik Mysterio over the years. We got the kid Build-A-Figure to his early days tagging with his dad, through the eras of the Judgment Day with the hair and the beard and the mustaches going different. A wild ride with Dominik Mysterio that I fully assume, and we know what happens when you assume, Todd McFarlane from the couch. Yeah, we all know, but I assume we'll have a lot more Dominiks in 2026, so we'll be ready for that. So there it is, the Sleeper Ultimates of 2025. Once again, put your list in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to both my YouTube channels. Check out YouTube channel memberships and Patreon for even more content. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Of course, the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for the top 10 Sleeper Ultimates 2025, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play? Hey!